Weezer's promises for a darker, introspective album are met with probably some of the most difficult songs to take seriously and at all enjoy since, Pinkerton. But I wasn't really going to judge this as an introspective album, because as a fun album it's a crumbling handful of fate nevertheless. At least SpongeBob SquarePants and the gang are self-aware in concept, but perhaps not enough to write songs that aren't embarrassing to listen to. Weezer's entire concept has been to relive that ignorant, angsty teenage male self, and it hasn't aged well, so I'm struggling to see the appeal in it being continued. The ghost of the dead horse is watching upon us and shaking its head. Weezer's best days of Raditude and Maladroit are over, and now we're living in the times of Teal, Black and Fortnite servers. I just can't take them seriously anymore. I wish they'd go back to the days of sniffing envelopes from Japanese teenage fans overseas, and scolding your girl for laughing at any other guy's jokes. The funk-fused lead single Can't Knock the Hustle is absurd in the bass groove kind of way that it almost made me believe that this was their Panic Station and the Black Album would be their second law. But maybe this is just their drones. It's not disastrous in the ungraspable, spectacular sense, it's just bad in the most boring sense. Don't catch me saying milk toast again, honey. Aside from Zombie Bastards being its own Minecraft parody, it's also the most straightforward example of what Weezer's biggest weakness is nowadays. It's not writing a chord progression and melody that'll stick, because my goodness, they've done that, they really have. Their problem is making the song itself even sound exciting in the first place. That Zombie song is likely a knock towards their fans that continuously beg for the older styles that Weezer specialized in, so instead they'd like to write radio-ready pop that isn't just middle of the road, it's middle of the road, a straddle on the median strip. In theory, they can do whatever they want, it's their ambition, but in practice, maybe not. High as a Kite might be the blissful slow rock ballad that gives Weezer their versatility check, but it too suffers from sheer passiveness. It's on complete autopilot in a mountainous region and a baby crying on board. Beyond those first 3 songs, the album at least has the respect to find different ways to bore you instead of just one. You could tell me that these are homemade novelty songs from Rhett and Link, and I'd probably accept that as the current timeline we're in, but the current timeline we're in also features the Weezer lads taking pages from Does This Offend You? Yeah, Foster the People, Off Montreal, and yeah, no lie, probably the Wiggles too. There are 4 bars on Piece of Cake that reuse the same guitar melody, and I don't mean in the recurring riff kind of way, it's legitimately the solo, and I could feel my neck sink into my shoulders. Alright, there is one upside to this entire track listing. California Snow, bro. California snow, never let me go. Listen, there are times when Weezer will sound out of their element, and then Weezer will have sounded out of their element for so long that eventually Weezer will have travelled so far out of their element that they are so in their element. This is one of those songs. The smattered chiptune glissandos at the beginning, the woo ad-libs, the overwhelmingly booming drop on the chorus, the absurdly vapid and absolutely unforgettable lyrics, the millennial whoops. No. This song is something else, it really is, and I don't even hate it or ironically like it. That's so behind the hip. I love California Snow. So thank you for watching my review of California Snow. It's certainly a last-minute uplift to the album that is even too unconvinced of itself to be exciting, let alone too bad to be good. Maybe a 3 out of 10 to the first 9 tracks collectively, and then a solid 10 for that last one there. You can't knock the hustle, but you can drop the ball.